Today we're tackling the essentials of cutting and squaring up in basketball. Those are your secret weapons on the court. Are you ready to dodge defenders and find your perfect shot position? Well, we've got you covered because we have fun drills and simple tips waiting for you. Lace them up and let's grow your game. I want you to become what I call a dual threat in basketball. That is D-U-A-L. Dual means two. Triple threat really doesn't exist because if I was in a triple threat position and my elbows are out, I'm ready to pivot. I'm ready to jab, right? I'm not ready to score. I can't score from here with my elbows out. I have to have my hands behind the ball, turning sideways, because the only dual threats I have on the catch, which is two dual, is to either shoot or drive. Passing is a threat, not from this position, but when I'm downhill doing what? Driving. Because when I attract help, I will kick out for a pass. I'm not stationary doing that. Most of the times when you swing the basketball, you're upright surveying the court, you receive it, you swing it. I'm not in a stance. I'm upright. I get off the basketball. We call that a bang bang or a swing swing. I got the ball, swing from my teammate to me, right to somebody else. I don't have time to be in a stance. So you want to become a dual threat, and that's what this is about. Essential skills of basketball with cutting and squaring up. Also learning how to find your feet. Understand that you only have 3 ways to turn on the court when you're playing. And I want to show you that. And from those 3 ways, I'm going to show you how to add your cuts in a square up drill so you can become a dual threat scorer, not a triple threat scorer. Let's go. Now let me tell you the 3 ways you're going to turn to the basket when you're back to the basket. If you're cutting out, you got 3 moves. I can jump stop into a front pivot where my lead foot goes over my pivot foot. That's a front pivot. That's a front forward pivot. I can do the same thing if I understand to be ambidextrous with my footwork as well. Now my right foot is my pivot, my left is my lead. That's a front pivot. That's one way I can turn. The second way is a reverse pivot. It's where you open up to the basket. I run out. Now my lead foot goes under my pivot foot. My lead foot goes under my pivot foot, okay? And the third way is what we call a drop step. I can run out and I can go into a drop step situation. What all those 3 had in common, you may not have caught, is I squared up on all 3. Now here was my forward pivot. Turn square, shot, lift. How did I know I squared up okay? I made the shot. I shot the ball straight. Here's my reverse pivot. Turn, square, shot. How did I know I squared up? I was on target on time when I shot it. Here's my drop step, right? I have a back foot, so when I turn, I have a lead foot. Pivot now is my back foot, that's my pivot foot. My lead foot creates action, I can turn and score. How do I know I squared up? I made the shot. What all 3 had in common, I did that naturally, but that's what I want to teach you. You must learn how to square up. And when you add cuts, keeping it very simple, I have a straight cut I can make out to the wing area. I can do a V cut where I go down, I can come up, that comes into a straight cut. I can do an L cut. I can cut up into out, which I can still do all 3 moves. Forward, reverse, drop. I still can do all 3 moves. And the key to that is how quickly can you square up to become what? A dual threat. Because if I'm running out on a straight cut, I don't want to catch, open up and have my elbows out and start playing a foot jab game. No. So it's a simple way to kind of tell you how you got to find your feet and develop your feet. But now I want to go into the square drill with the essential cuts of the basketball game.
And we're trying to reach 15,000 subscribers and we really need your help. We roll out high quality videos every week to help you become a premium basketball player. So help us reach our goal and click that subscribe button. Let's go.
All right, now, check it out. First, I want to show you a V cut. A V cut goes with a forward pivot. But now we're gonna do this V cut and also go into squaring up. So no matter what I do, if I take my opponent towards the basket and I stop the cell like I'm going backdoor cut, And then when they drop their coverage, I wanna come up. That's what makes it like a V. When I come up, naturally speaking, my inside foot's gonna be my right foot, my lead foot's gonna be my left foot. My lead foot creates the action. Right foot's the pivot. I can only use my left to create actions to go. So if you go into a 1-2 stop, your 1 foot is typically your pivot, your 2 is typically, naturally, and rightfully your lead foot that creates the action. So now, here's what I wanna do square drill. First, I'm gonna teach you how to square up. If I go down and I come up to the 3-point line, I wanna lead with my chest. My chest is my box. I wanna square up where 10 toes can go point to the basket and I can walk directly to the basket. This is my insurance of making sure that I'm squaring up. And what I want you to do is we're gonna do this at 5 spots on the court. Starting from the corner. We're cutting down to the basket. You're coming up on the catch. You're squaring up. And you wanna walk in a direction. This is what makes it fun in a game. I wanna make sure I'm under the basket. I can be directly under the basket. I'm gonna go to the wing area, do the same thing. All forward pivots, using my right foot as my pivot foot, my left foot as my lead foot. Take them down 2 steps, come up, ball, square, bang. I can walk to the basket, right there. I'm right where I need to be, under the hoop. I continue that same thing, top of the key. Ball's over there, at the left wing, I take them down, I come up, square, 1, 2. These are all forward pivots. Walk to the basket, I got my assurance. I got my assurance. Over here on the left side, it changes. Now when I go down and I come up, my left foot is my pivot foot, my right foot's the lead foot. So if you're left-handed like me, the left foot just stays back. We still can square up to shoot, score the ball. Nothing changes on that. Or if I'm right-handed, my right foot just goes forward. You still can lift up and shoot and make a shot. All right, and how do we know I squared up? I made the shot. I couldn't get any more square than that. Now we come over here, left foot goes down, you come up, it's a forward pivot. You can also test it by shooting it. Keep making adjustments. Left foot goes down, I come up, catch it, be a dual threat. Either I'm going to shoot it or I'm going to attack it. Tight, attack, tight pressure, attack, loose pressure, shoot. Okay? Those are your V cuts. I want you doing that 1 time around the court. And then I'll say 1 time back, so we're gonna do that twice. Now let's get into the L cut. The L cut can create a reverse pivot. As I take my defenders up the court, and I try to fake them out by going in front of them, their face, when they flatten out defensively or go inward, I go out. And when I go out, I open up. And the open up is a reverse pivot. So I go up, I try to fake with a step over cut, my right foot outside of their right foot. When they flatten out to take away my face cut, that's when I go the opposite way, right? I also use what's called a crossover step. I cross over like a karaoke. I'm right back into that threat mode. Bang! Now this is footwork for a lefty. I still go up, I still fake, I still crossover step, but now the right foot goes back. We shoot the basketball, right? So again, fun ways of learning how to square up. 5 times on the right side from block, the elbow coming up, fake out, square. If you want to lift or shoot it, by all means do it. You don't have to make every shot, but then change sides. All right, here's the footwork as a right-hander on the left side. Lift up, crossover step, fake, knockdown shot. Left foot swings back, right? Again, the L cut goes more with the reverse pivot. And if I wanted to counter that, meaning my next move away from my opponent, is there'll be a reverse pivot to a direct step. Left foot goes, left hand follows. So I'll show you 1 time over here, right? Lift up, karaoke step, show and go, right? If you're anything like me, and you're thinking about on the catch being a threat, you gotta think shot. If you're running out and the defender's not guarding you, the quickest way to get open is with a reverse pivot, turn, and shoot the basketball. So that's why you also want to know kind of what footwork to use in situations. When someone is lagging from behind, you want to go into a reverse pivot. If someone is coming up closer and tighter, I want to go into a front pivot. If they're playing me tight on my inside hip and shoulder, I want to go into a drop step. Very simple. V cut, what it looks like. L cut, what it looks like. And squaring up is the walk drill. If you turn and in honesty, your feet are going away from the basket, I want you to just do another rep and lead with your chest. Forward pivot, lead with your chest, right? Reverse pivot, lead with your back. And now you'll learn how to square and be a dual threat anytime, anywhere. Hey, future game changers. Ever dream of driving to the hoop and scoring with unstoppable precision? Now imagine being the player who finishes strong under any pressure at the rim. We've got the golden key that turns this imagination into a reality. Our high percentage finisher course is your ultimate playbook to mastering the art of finishing. Whether it's a smooth floater, a dynamic help side finish like a Euro or a pro hop, an explosive attack to the rack, we cover it all. This isn't just any course. It's a transformational journey tailored for every skill level with simple, impactful lessons that will elevate your finishing skills from the ground up, ensuring you become the go-to player who always scores with confidence and ease at the rim. Ready to leave those missed opportunities behind and start dominating every game with your finishing? Click the link in the comments below to dive into the course that will change your finishing game forever. Let's unlock your potential and make you the high percentage finisher every team dreams of having on their team. Let's go.